Hello there everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Missy and I'm so happy that you're joining me today. Today I'm making a no-bake chocolate oatmeal coconut cookie. And I have been making these for many years, back to my childhood. I can remember my mother having Tupperware parties and toy chest parties, and I'm probably dating myself with the toy chest parties, but anytime she had company over to the house, she asked me to make these cookies. So I've probably been making them since I was 10, 11 years old. And they're always one of my favorite fun things to do in the kitchen, and I love to decorate them. And it's a pretty simple recipe. You don't have to turn your oven on. That's the best part of this. And well, let's get to, and I'll show you what is in these no-bake cookies. So I have butter, sugar, milk, rolled oats, coconut, vanilla, and cocoa powder. And I also have some double bubble eggs for Easter to decorate them with, and I also have some mini eggs, which everyone loves the mini egg, and I have these to decorate them as well. I have a saucepan on the stove, and I also have some parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use wax paper, and I think you could probably put them on a silicone mat as well if you don't have either one of those. So let's get to, and I'll show you how to make my no-bake cookies. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my oatmeal in this bowl with my coconut, and I'm just going to give that a stir. I'm going to make sure it's well combined. And then we're going to set that aside, and I'll meet you over at the stove. Okay, so what I have going here is I'm going to put my butter in my pan, and we're just going to melt that. And I have my burner on 7. I don't want to go any higher than that. We don't want to burn anything. And we're just going to give it a stir, melt that butter. I like to make sure that my butter is completely melted before I put in the other ingredients. Okay, so now I'm going to add my milk and my sugar. And we're going to give that a stir. And we are going to bring this to a boil. I remember when I was making these as a kid, tripling the recipe, because some of the ladies that came to my mother's parties wanted to take some home with them. And my mom would often joke, I'm not sure if they came for the Tupperware or for your cookies. So that's a really good memory I have of my mom and I. Just keep stirring it every so often. It's starting to bubble just slightly around the edges, and that's okay. Just give it a stir. This is really great to make the night before. I used to do that when my mom had her parties. I would make them the night before. I would put all kinds of wax paper all over the counters and the kitchen table. And then I would plop all the cookies down there, go to bed, and they would be perfect by morning. But they really should set up within, 1 to 2 hours. So it's starting to boil now, so I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute and 30. I'm just going to give it a stir. We're just really making sure that the sugar is all dissolved. We don't want grainy cookies. Okay, so I just turned my stovetop off, and we are going to put some vanilla in there. And I usually just eyeball my vanilla. Give that a stir. And then I'm going to add my cocoa powder. And you just want to make sure that is incorporated very well. No lumps. And I'm going to meet you back over at the trolley with our chocolate syrup. Okay, so we have our bowl here with our oatmeal and our coconut, and we're just going to pour the chocolate syrup right in that bowl. Oh, it smells so good. And then we're just going to mix this around. Make sure you get all of the coconut and the oats combined. And the oats will absorb that chocolate syrup. And that's what it should look like. And I'm just going to set that aside. And I have some coconut here and some eggies and some of these wonderful little gumballs, double bubble. Okay, and then I have my parchment paper here. Now I have like an ice cream scoop or a cookie scoop. I think this one's an ice cream scoop, but that's usually what I use for cookies. I like my cookies big, and I'm just going to dip it in here, just like that, and put it right here. And then what I'm going to do before it dries is I'm going to take just a little bit of coconut, sprinkle that on top, and then I'm going to take some eggies and just push them down different color here, just to resemble a little nest. So cute. And we'll just keep repeating the process. I just find using a scoop kind of makes everything uniform, and just a little bit of coconut. I'll use some eggies and the gumballs. These are such a favorite in this house. I know everyone's going to be pretty excited when they get home today from work. These are perfect for Easter. If you want something different than a chocolate bunny, or you want to add to what you're giving out for Easter, I mean Christmas. I said Christmas. And I'm putting the decorations on now because these dry fairly quickly, and you want to be able to get those decorations on. If you want more cookies, just use a smaller scoop, or 2 spoons would do well too. Just a little bit of extra coconut because we love coconut in this house. Well, my husband doesn't like coconut, but he won't eat these anyways. But the girls and I love coconut. Okay, and that's it. And we're just going to let these dry, and I will be back when that is done. So here are the no-bake chocolate cookies that I made, and I've just plated them on this plate with a little bit of the paper grass from Dollarama. And I also have this little container here. I'm going to put some of the paper grass in and put a few in and give it to a friend. And they just bring back so many memories of being in the kitchen with my mom. And yeah, this recipe's been in our family for a very long time, and it's always a pleasure to make them. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe and hit that like button and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading again. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Until next time, bye for now. Mm-hmm.